Good morning. It's early in the morning. Today I'm going to be doing my recap of July and how I managed with my habits, and then I will be going into planning August. I thought I was going to do separate vlogs. I just did not get enough content to do a full July vlog and then also make a separate August plan with me video. So we're going to combine them. That could change eventually depending on how much content I get and if I get in the habit of vlogging properly. I did get a handful of clips for each of the categories and the habits that I set. Was I successful this month? Some categories, yes. Other categories, absolutely not. But that's why we're tracking. Part of me was like, I don't even want to make this video because I didn't succeed, but that's the whole point, right? We're supposed to document the journey of what we're doing. We're going to go through it all. So first step is to review. So let's review the past month. So if you did not see my plan with me, I picked 4 categories that I wanted to commit to over the last 30 days. First one being health. So my health goals were 7,000 to 10,000 steps, 30-minute at-home workout every single day, and then 600 to 800 grams of veggies, fruits and veggies throughout the day. So have like a veggie or fruit with every meal. I didn't realize, like once I started tracking it, I was already hitting this. So like this kind of goal was not pointless, but like I was already doing it. And so I guess that's just a win in and of itself, because I just became aware of the fact that I was getting enough fruits and veggies, and so that's great. 30-minute workouts. So this one, I was thinking of doing it every day because that's what I had previously done, but I was going from not doing it at all for like the last 6 weeks to trying to do it every single day. That wasn't actually logical because going from 0 to 60, not how I work. So I did do probably 2 or 3 workouts a week. And that's successful in my book. Was it what I was expecting to do? No, but I did turn on my at-home YouTube workouts, usually just step ones or stretch, or I do have a blog post on 6 YouTube workouts that you can try. These are kind of my core workouts that I always go to because I like them. Not what I expected, but also a success. Next was 7,000 to 10,000 steps every single day. I failed this one. We can call this a failure because so I have changed a lot in my life in the last 2 months, and the previous routine that I had worked great, but circumstances have changed and I can't hit the steps in the same routine that I had, and so I have to change something. Whether that's getting a walking pad, intentionally going outside for a 30-minute walk every single day. I had to change something up because I did not hit my goal at all. Maybe two times a week I would hit my 7,000. The rest would be under, and so I have to pivot there and change it up. Whether I try to hit 5,000 and make it a bit easier for the next month, I don't know yet. We'll get to plans eventually. Content, my content category was successful, okay? So I converted my blog post, your mid-year reset for the best summer yet. That blog post went up in June. I did make the YouTube video that is live now. I did post a vlog, a writing vlog. And so these clips were already in my camera roll, actually edited in my video editing software, ready to go. I just had to download and post. And that's the crux of the issue a lot of the times, is that I will create a bunch of stuff, but I never actually get it live. And so I have so much content and so many things to share, I just haven't shared it. Content was a success. I am also posting this. So hopefully this goes up by July 31st, because then that would be completing my next piece of content, or my last piece of content that I planned for. Next category was money dates, and this was a success. So I thought I was only going to do 2. I actually did 1 a week basically, where I would track my income, track my outcome, just to kind of see where things were at. And this was a great time. I just kind of put music on, sat down, got my notebook, and just made it a vibe. And it's only maybe 25 minutes. They're not really extensive, even less than that depending on the day. But it felt good just to know, here's the money that went to my savings, here's the money that's going here, all my bills are paid. It felt great to focus on that. And yeah, I'll keep doing that because it worked. And then lastly was writing. So we're just gonna insert previous Marissa's clip to just talk about my writing because yeah, let's just go back a couple days. Writing a book is hard, okay? So when I said that I was in my 4th draft of my novel, so I've been writing this book since 2023. So basically each year I finished a draft. So 2023, draft 1, 2024, draft 2, 2025, draft 3, and now we're in 2026, which is draft 4. However, the issue that I have is that I keep changing big enough elements that I have to go through the whole novel and change too much. And so I don't know how to stop myself from doing that. I mean, in some ways I know I have to just I needed to give it to someone to read it over and for them to tell me it makes sense. And then I need to just keep things as they are and stop changing so much each time. But as I read through, I'm like, oh, I really like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, I want to do that. It's just one big puzzle, okay? And so my mindset right now, so this is my end of July vlog, where I wanted to work on chapters, I'm pretty sure it was 37 to 42. Yeah, I did not work on those chapters. I read through them and they're pretty good. I think there's a few things I still need to change, but I didn't complete them the way I wanted to. I went back up to chapter like 8, 9, and 10. That's kind of where I stayed, basically 8 and 9, because I shuffled too many things in the beginning that I then have to like shuffle everything else into the right spot. And that's what I'm doing constantly, is just shuffling scenes, moving that there. That happened earlier, so I need something new after the fact. It's a whole thing. Instead of getting overwhelmed, which I am a little bit right now when I was like just in this scene a moment ago, is I just want to have fun with it. I want to have fun with my characters. I just want to write little scenes and edit things and just bring back the fun. Because I think I'm putting so much pressure on myself to finish this book and be like, you must finish it. It has to be perfect. You need to get it to an editor. Why haven't you done it yet? Like, why haven't you finished it yet? You need to go faster. You need to do more. And I'm not going to get anywhere with that attitude, because I'm not going to go faster and I'm not going to do more. In fact, thinking that way has prevented me from has prevented me from opening my manuscript for the last like 3-4 months. I've opened it up and then read a few scenes and I'm like, oh, I have so much to do. No thanks. Close manuscript. And so and it's literally the 25th. I think I opened it once a week. So this is my 4th time opening my manuscript this month. I was hoping to do an everyday kind of thing. Nowhere near that. But we have to start somewhere. So once a week, great. I am happy with working in this once a week, just to bring all of those like little pieces together and to shuffle things around and to get back in it. But I hate when I am in the middle of a scene and I'm like, yikes, I have so much to do. I don't like that feeling, because yes, I have so much to do, but guess what? Time's gonna move anyways. So I would rather have yikes, so much to do, than not work on it at all. So we're gonna do baby steps. We're gonna take it moment by moment, line by line, scene by scene, crash out by crash out, because that just seems to be the way things are. And I understand why the stat. I mean, what is the stat again? I'm pretty sure the stat's like what percentage of books are, what percentage of people actually finish writing a book? Only 3% of people who start writing a book actually finish it. Meaning about 97% never reach that final page. I'm gonna be the 3%. Screw that 97%. I don't like that at all. Absolutely not. And unfortunately, this is the Google AI whatever, which is really annoying. But here's why writers stop. Lack of a clear plan. I have too much of a plan. I have a very in-depth plan that I change all the time. Daily life gets busy. That one, yes, 100%. I fall into that category every once in a while. Just life happens, too stressed, can't focus on writing. Get it. And then last but not least, self-doubt creeps in. Okay, that's definitely it too. Fear that writing is not good enough. And it's not necessarily writing's not good enough. It's just like, I'm at the point where I love my novel and I love my characters and the story and the plot and the things that are happening. But I'm like, I started this novel, like this concept, I started in my teens. So like I wrote a short story about my characters in this world and then let it sit for years and years and years. And I would always come back to it every once in a while. But actually writing this novel, I was in a very different place in my life. And so now trying to edit this novel, being who I am now, is weird. Because like I feel like I'm not the same person. And it's hard because I have to keep the novel relatively the same. Like I'm not starting over. And I'm also not going to give up on it. I did have a moment there where I had a thought of like, scrap it, start over, start something new. And like my stomach dropped, my heart clenched. Like there's no way. And that, I think I needed to have that feeling and have that thought to know that I'm not going to give up on this specific book, because it's such a big part of who I am and my journey and what I want to put out, like, for a book. That's just my 2 cents of where I'm kind of at. Bring the fun back into writing this novel, okay? Okay. Okay, so now that we finished the review of last month, I sat down, I journaled a bit just to kind of uncover what went well, what didn't, what things came up that I want to change, and then I made plans for August. So let's go through those, shall we? I'm keeping the categories the same, so I am going to be sticking with content, health, money dates, and writing/editing. So those 4 I feel like encompass everything that I really want to just focus on at the moment. And so we'll just dive into the plans for each one. So content-wise is to post this video, hopefully by the 31st or just like into August, so that we can review and then show the plan for the month. Next, blog content. So this one actually I already scheduled it. It is a kind of 90-day kind of self-improvement plan, journey, insight. I talk in that blog about kind of the monotony of self-improvement and how sometimes we're looking for like this big grand moment of like, aha, I have improved myself. When in reality, it is just the monotony of your everyday. Those choices you make, whether it's sitting and doom scrolling for 3 hours or working out for 30 minutes, doing that creative project, and then doom scrolling for an hour, those actions compound and they add up to your self-improvement or your goals or your dreams. And so I really like that blog post. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that blog post into a long form YouTube video for my Create with Marissa channel. I do have a second blog that I want to post. I don't have it yet. It'll be mid-month. I'm thinking something about like autumn hobbies, autumn habits, maybe like a fall reset. I haven't decided what that one is going to be yet, but I do have a placeholder for a second blog in August. And I do have a creative YouTube channel, so I'm posting twice on that every 2 weeks. I thoroughly enjoy that. I've hit those this month. And then, yeah, we're just gonna have fun with that channel. So that is exciting there. So that's my content. Next is health. So since I made this 90-day self-improvement journey, I'm like, the plan's already made. So I'm going to do the first 30 days of it. Basically, that's 3 items a day, like 1 under mind, 1 under body, and 1 under like space / like your surrounding. And so it's just 3 little habits that I have to do each day for 30 days. I'll do 31 days so that all of August. And so that's my goal there. I am going to go back to I'm going to keep my 7,000 steps and I'm going to push. I'm going to try. I have to change something up in order to make this work. And so we're going to keep at it. And then under my health, the last thing is I want to try a new recipe. Okay. I want to make something that I haven't before, and just, because like I feel like my food is fine. Like I enjoy the food that I'm eating. It is fairly well-rounded. I would like to try a new recipe. Next, money dates. We're gonna keep them the same. I will do them weekly though, so I feel like that one's going really well. I just want to maintain it. So that's why it's still on here. I feel like it's not solidified into kind of my day-to-day. So I still want to keep it as a goal and a habit to just hold myself accountable, and so that I'm tracking income, outcome, side incomes, all of that stuff. And then next or last is going to be writing and editing. So since last time I was like, I'm gonna do a whole section, I'm gonna do 5 chapters. That didn't work. So we are only gonna focus on 2 chapters, the one that I was in, and then one that needs like a whole rework is chapter 9, chapter 10. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to read through chapters 1 through 6 or 1 through 8. I'm gonna make notes, I'm gonna make edits, and I just want to really fix that first part, because those 8 chapters is what I would be sending to kind of when I start querying, when I start getting an editor. Like those are the first pages people will read. I think it's just over 10,000 words, so I think that that's what you normally send. And so I just want to dive into that. And so I think those kind of like 3 things, so chapter 9, chapter 10, and then reading and just like finessing that bubble, that part of my novel, will suffice as a good place to start for the month. But yeah, those are my plans for August 2026. We'll see how it goes. I mean, the thing with planning like this is that I don't want to reinvent the wheel. It's why that I'm keeping the categories the same. I'm also keeping my money dates the same because that went well. I'm keeping the same step goal because I know I can hit it. I feel like I'm in kind of this like, there's like a block almost of like, why can't I just go out and do a 30-minute walk every day, a 10-minute walk every day, or turn on a step YouTube video that's like 5,000 steps in my living room, you know? They're there, you just have to go do it. Story of my life. Story of my life. But yeah, I think I'm in a good place. I'm excited to bring all of this to life. I will try to get more clips. I guess that could also be a goal in order for my end of August recap, is to have just a handful of more clips when it comes to some of these things. Because like I feel like I go do them and I'm like, oh, I didn't get any content of that writing session or that walk, or I'm just going to do certain things. So we're here. I am filming this. I feel like I am hitting the goals that I wanted to for my content, which is great. It feels good. And I want to keep that momentum going. So I hope that you have an incredible August, and feel free to comment below a goal that you might have for this month. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit like. You can also subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I will see you in the next one. Bye.